Hey everybody, welcome to Dom's Den. We took a little bit of a break because of the holiday weekend, 4th of July. Hope everybody had a great time.
Still recovering.
Karen, still recovering. Pat, you're sweating over there a little bit.
Yeah, it's been nonstop since last Wednesday.
Still sweating out the poisons?
Yes.
The problem is, all the family comes in town, and we had a birthday party for my father, and it was a 12 to 12 party. It was noon to midnight. It was very aggressive. I still don't feel right.
You had any, I'm sure you carved up on some potatoes to keep you going.
Of course. You can't have a barbecue. No, he smokes them on the green egg. Those are marvelous potatoes.
Yeah, well, unbelievable.
A pound of butter. Pound of butter.
Pound of butter. So that Lipton dip mix, toss that in there. You ever do that in your burgers as well?
Yeah.
That shit is amazing.
Can you fail on the egg? I mean, I've been barbecuing on that thing since the summer started.
The only thing you can fuck up is underdoing it. If you don't do it like a brisket, you got to do 15 hours. It's stupid how long you got to do a brisket for.
Right.
But and you're on top of it the whole time with the opening and closing the air.
But once I get the fire going and the charcoal is nice and hot, then I control the vents to like a grilling heat. Mm-hmm. And you leave it.
Just leave it.
And
it stays stable the whole time.
Obviously when you open up you lose, but then once you put it back, it just stays steady.
Oh yeah.
People swear by the electric one, but
really?
Because they don't. It's easier. You don't have to worry about the
charcoal.
It thrives on neglect. You can just walk away.
It's not the same though. You don't get that same flavor.
We're getting lazy.
That green egg's amazing.
Society's getting lazy.
You'll be happy to know that I showed up to the party with something. Okay, I didn't come empty-handed like Pat likes to suggest. I brought marinated chicken 2 ways, marinated pork, which was phenomenal. Don't mind saying it. That was good pork.
So he does cook well.
Thank you, much appreciated.
We've done 19 episodes.
19?
Yeah. 20? Can you believe that?
Any episodes stand out?
They all stand out. I loved. It's funny. I'm a golfer, so I loved Carly Booth was fantastic. Yeah. Now it's funny. All these people that have been on the show, now I'm following them on Instagram and Twitter, and it's just like an extension of our interview, watching their lives. It's pretty funny.
Pat?
I like the action, just because the whole alien and it was like one of our first podcasts, and if you go back and listen, it's amazing how much we've come.
Yeah.
Progressing.
It's true.
Well, I kind of I liked all of them. Just like you guys, because a lot of these people are my friends. Mm-hmm. So, one, it's good seeing people and talking to people post COVID isolation.
Yeah.
But the one that really stands out to me is probably John Sorrentino. It's just because he's not in the business. It's all personal.
Really,
it was powerful, man.
That day he was talking. It brought me right back.
Yeah,
like 20 years ago, like right back watching it. I was lucky enough just to watch it on TV.
He just painted such a vivid picture of.
Dude, when he told the story about how the alarms, when you're not moving and the beeping starts going on, and when they were all there,
it's chilling,
and that beeping just started to fade out, and there was less and less of them. It was just, oh my God.
I remember that sound as soon as he talked about it. I remember that.
Well, I remember when we were at Randall's Island, and we were we were putting all the gear on. We had to do the training. We had to go in the building, which I believe Dennis Leary, he donated, fundraised all those training facilities and that some of the places on Randall's Island. Mm-hmm. He's really big with that, so shout out to Dennis Leary for looking out after those people. But I remember putting everything on and hearing, if you didn't move, it went beep, 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 beep. Everybody's like, what is that? And they told us the story. Minutes before, they would call us up 2 at a time to go in the building, and you couldn't get it out of your head.
No.
Thinking about that day you know, and then John comes on and he elaborates on it a lot more, and it's just I don't know, it's just one of those pods that really stuck out to me.
So when you went in for your training, did they put you through the whole fireman training for the day?
They put us through enough,
just so
how to hold the hose, how to grab the equipment, who goes in first, who has to wait, what it feels like being in a room that's completely dark with smoke, with oxygen.
They put you in a hot box like the fire.
Yeah, I mean you have all the gear on. Sick. You're walking up 2 flights of stairs.
I've been in a hot box with Patsy.
Different type.
And yeah, so you did the whole thing. It's takes a little getting used to, but these guys make it seem like it's like putting on a shirt.
They're really heroes, man.
They are.
Like, selfless.
Still think it's the best job in the world.
You know what I get a lot from this show is when we talk about, like what people are watching and whatnot, because I always end up going and taking their suggestions and having a look at it. But with the Four Kings I just watched recently, and that was just phenomenal. I mean, I was young.
Okay, so who was your boxer?
Who's my guy?
Yeah. Who do you?
My guy's Duran, because I just want to go hang out with him for a week after he wins.
You wouldn't make it. I don't think you make it past Tuesday.
I think I can make it. I think I can make it.
I would not make it. I would not make it.
I'd be like, let's go. We got all this
that cycle of winning, gaining 20 pounds, and partying, and
gaining 40 pounds.
Whatever.
Well, he partied as hard as he trained. He would do 6-minute rounds. So when he trained, if he was sparring 6 minutes. If he was hitting the bag, which I don't even think he hit the bag that much. I think he sparred a lot.
Hands of stone.
It was always 6 minutes. Which is crazy. Anybody. Yeah. I sparred yesterday with Rob at shout out to Contenders. We sparred. We did 3-minute rounds in Armonk. We sparred 6 rounds.
How long were the rounds?
3 minutes.
And you're dying.
And that's tough. That's tough, man. But when these guys are sparring, they're constantly throwing punches. That's the whole purpose of them sparring. It's just continual punches. That's what they're working on, getting hitting, working on their combinations and stuff like that. It's a completely different thing.
It's madness. I learned so much about the fighters that I never knew. Like, even in my head, Sugar Ray Leonard was always this squeaky clean, face of American fighting. Yeah. And then you find out this dude's spending $250,000 on blow. This guy.
But he was a businessman.
He's doing the Just Say No commercials with Nancy Reagan.
Did you see his hand speed?
Oh, no, it's ridiculous. It's insane. When he goes back and forth and just you see the head just bobbling up and down.
Just so explosive.
When he gets pissed off, he just goes at it. Boom, 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 boom.
What tough.
Oh, Marvin Hagler was my guy.
Hagler's a great, two different types of boxers. You have one's more of a brawler, one's a quintessential boxer.
Yeah.
I was watching this. I just hope that this is okay. But
yeah.
So I'm watching this thing on Rocky Marciano last night, and interviews with Ali and all talking about him, and heavy puncher. But the reason why he was able to survive as a heavyweight, because he didn't really have a great style, boxing per se. What kept him alive was his conditioning. He could fight you for 20 rounds and knock you out in the 20th round.
He had the
legs.
That's
why he was dangerous.
He had the chin and the legs.
He had the chin, the legs, but he hit like a mule. Just
how big was he?
180, I think 187.
Heavyweight.
One of those light heavyweights.
He's a light heavyweight. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I'm watching this thing on Tyson and him doing the peekaboo style, and it always worked to his advantage, because if you were fighting a bigger boxer with the peekaboo style. And I would like to get Teddy Atlas on here at some point, if we can, because he's just like this great boxing historian.
Well, that would be awesome.
And he knows the style. but I'm pretty sure that style worked for Tyson because he fought bigger guys.
Yeah, he was short, right?
Yeah,
Relatively speaking.
not to us, but to a heavyweight. Yeah, he was
He's under
a
6 feet,
small
Tyson.
heavyweight.
Tyson's like 5'10", 5'11".
5'11".
For a heavyweight
fighting
fighter.
guys that are 6'2", 6'1".
Now they're 6'9". Friggin' Wilder, my God.
Yeah.
He's 6'9" versus 6'7". Him and Fury. It's madness.
Yeah.
But boxing is not like that
No,
anymore. I mean,
not when Rocky Marciano.
and one thing that all these boxers had in common were they all came from.
But Rocky fought bigger guys like Jersey Joe Walker.
he beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Yeah. Fought an old Joe Lewis though.
Joe Lewis was 155 years old.
But why can't there be like all these boxers come from bad, not bad, but like struggling backgrounds. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
Tyson
most of
beat
them.
Larry Holmes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
do you need that
destroyed Ali?
that
a
pass to make you
one-legged
box? Like
What's that?
Like all these boxers come from poor, broken households. I mean, is that what you need to be a boxer?
Well, you have to have a screw loose. First of all, you have to have a fucking screw loose to be able,
is that what it's all
be,
about? I mean, can't you have like somebody that's like trained to be a boxer? Like,
it's the killer instinct. You've seen what
Are
happened.
you missing that killer instinct?
Well,
I think boxing's always been an outlet out of poverty to take care of your family. If you go down the line, you go all the way back to the 20s, the 30s,
And that's
to
what
the turn of the century.
It was the Italian, Irish.
But it was everybody. Anybody who lived in poverty. I mean, if you watch some of these, the background on a lot of these boxers, poor, like fucking dirt
No
poor.
family either. It's like,
And it was the only way out.
He said that's why Duran would eat so much after a fight. He was not used to growing up and having food, so that's why food was just such an amazing thing for him. But that killer instinct, you can't, like, you see fighters come up with that edge. Like when Manny Pacquiao was younger, and he was like,
He was a featherweight, wasn't he?
when he was off the rails, like I saw documentaries on him, and he was just like, cheating on his wife with hookers, and he was doing cocaine all the time, and he was just batshit crazy. And that's when he had that crazy killer instinct. And then he got his life together. Good for him.
Yeah,
and he found Jesus and everything.
bet.
And then Juan
I
Milo
lost the
Marquez
bet.
knocked him out of the fucking ring. He was never the same. You lose that edge, it's over for you. But these old guys from the Four Kings, it's so ironic that Sugar Ray, Hearns, and Duran all fought way too late. They fought way past their prime. They fought,
they were still beating people up.
and they were
You're
still
forgetting
doing
Hearns.
Yes, and Hearns. Oh my
Hearns.
God, Hearns! You can't even.
I
understand what he's saying now.
actually think Hearns fought way too late.
Oh, way too.
Probably
And
later
messed
than
him
all
up.
those other
Oh,
guys.
he's totally
messed up his speed.
Yeah.
Because that's it. When you slow down at the end of your run, that's when you start taking all those shots.
Hagler quit.
That's the beauty. That's what I'm saying. The irony is that Hagler quit,
And he
moved
died.
to Italy, and he's the only one that's dead. He died last
Yeah, but did
year.
he die from? I don't think it was boxing.
From something else. No, it's not from boxing. It's just he's the one who did the right thing. He walked away. when
Yeah,
he
but think
couldn't.
of how many years he was able to live with his wits and
Oh,
move
exactly.
around.
No, it's
and,
great.
It's a give and take.
How about Hearns?
sport.
First of all, another shout out to Doug Ellen because his vomiting story at the Hearns Hagler fight. I'm like, oh
Now
man,
it all makes
this-
sense.
I'm like, this poor guy never got in to see the fight, and that first round of that
One of
fight,
the greatest
that's like the
rounds.
greatest round in the history of boxing, and I don't
Best.
remember
Oh
any
my
of this
God.
stuff.
First round.
It was like
That
a
was
Rocky movie. Like
Hagler
Insane.
Hearns.
Yeah. I feel really bad that Doug missed that.
I really want to go back and watch the whole fight, like uninterrupted.
Yeah.
It's just, did it end in the first round? No, I think it went
No.
like 3 rounds. He knocked him out in the third round, I think, second or third.
So who are
How'd you
some
go?
guests that you'd want on here?
Ugh, that's a tough one.
I have a list.
And
I have.
and
Kieran
our
always has a
audience,
list.
that, when you guys are listening to this, feel free to
Oh yeah,
let us know.
we want input.
Maybe we could reach out and snatch some of these people and have them on the den.
Kieran always has a list ready.
I have, dude, my life is lists and alarms.
My life is listless. With
Okay. These are great. First of all, I wanted to get Liev Schreiber would be great, and you guys were in Donovan together. I think he has got a great story. Him and his brother, their story is insane.
I work with Pablo. I know Pablo really well.
Yeah, that's their whole backstory, even their family, where they come from, and how they're raised. It's incredible. Also, I've been watching that documentary series on HBO with Wahlberg, with Mark, because you see all the businesses. Like this guy, he could just
he's smart. Man.
He could just make movies and put his hand in one thing and be like be totally fine, not to worry about money. But he's taken on so much, and he's got like 10 to 15 different businesses, and he's got an empire of people working for him. So no matter what, he can't take one play off because he's now helping all these people survive. All these people are relying on him to keep it going.
I know Mark really well. I've worked with Mark. I actually read lines with him, worked for him for a short period. And I have to tell you, I've been around a lot of people, and I don't think anybody has come close to his work ethic.
Oh, it's incredible.
When it comes to preparing for something or just completely just switching his lifestyle on a dime. Okay, I'm not going to drink tomorrow. I'm not going to drink for the next 4 months. I'm going to train. Yeah. I'm going to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning.
He's doing all this. He's got
play golf. He'll work out, play golf before taking the kids to school.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. He's up at 3 in the morning.
That's crazy.
He plays like a 2-hour round of golf.
Watch.
Not fun to play with because who wants to?
You want to be rushed.
No.
But for Mark, it works.
It's crazy.
He's very militant that way.
His burgers are good.
Yeah.
The Wahlburgers.
Well, that's the thing. There's an international company there. He's got the international company with that.
We'll get him on.
He's going everywhere. He's got the gyms, the group working out.
F45.
Yeah, F45. He's got that.
Those are his?
International.
Chevy dealer. I think a Chevy dealer, right?
Yeah.
Car dealership.
Yeah. He's got 4 clothing lines. It's insane the amount of shit this guy. But you see him too. It's like everyone's like, oh, look at this guy from a distance. Like he's got it all together. Every episode, at some point, he's just sitting back in his chair at desk, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, how do I keep this ship
That
afloat
took a
all the time?
long.
It's amazing.
That was a long road.
Oh.
That was a lot of work. I know. I saw it.
Still,
I saw it.
It's every day. It's relentless.
It wasn't handed to him. That's for damn sure. I can tell you that.
No.
They asked Jerry Garcia, why are you still touring with the Grateful Dead after, 50
because
years?
he can.
He said, because look at the crew behind me. I have to support all these families.
Right.
Yep.
It becomes something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
I also,
which is debatable, right?
It is. I'm sure he enjoyed doing it, There's a part of that, but you do feel that responsibility of what are all these people going to do when I retire?
It gets crazy. I was watching another brief documentary on Magic Johnson and how he took $40 million and turned it into $600 million. That's crazy. I mean, taking $40 million. You think about how many?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You need $40 million first.
Oh yeah.
You need the $40 million.
That's number one.
But also, okay, when you're Magic Johnson, when you're Mark Wahlberg, people come out of the woodworks
with opportunity
to help you make money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they
because they're making a lot of money.
They get a slice of it too. So.
Now,
you miss lies.
Joey down the street, who has $100,000 and is trying to, it's a different ball game.
Totally.
You have to be able some of those doors have to open for you to have an opportunity to make that kind of money.
Next thing you know, you're holding the keys to all the doors. Yeah.
And there's some people who don't care about making $600,000. They're happy with the $40 million.
Yeah.
$600 million.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's
there are people that are happy with $600,000.
But if you have $40 million, you're not as scared to take the risks as the guy who has $25,000.
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
It's just
it's a whole different.
It's a whole different mentality.
Yeah.
I'd also like to get you.
Yeah. Who's on this other?
You were in a film with her too, Marissa Tomei. She's had a long run in the business. Yeah. She'd be good.
Well, ActionPark Media, do your job. And,
8 p.m. Attention.
Some of these people.
8 p.m. And then we had Jimmy Simpson. I was always a big.
That was a great one.
Oh, he was so great.
He's always fun. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them. Yeah. Phil Rosenthal. who was our first guest, who came on and
we had a couple of hiccups.
We had a couple of hiccups.
Oh my God.
And
we need to get
he
Phil.
came in and saved the day.
We got to get Phil back on here. We got to, because he just got renewed. He's got a new season.
He did, by the way.
He's doing a new season of Somebody Feed Phil. So I think now that we have all the kinks worked out and we're a well-oiled machine, I think we need to bring Phil back on and just check on him. See how he's
Phil
doing.
said he'll always come on, and it doesn't have to be like it could just be just a topic.
I want to hear about where he's going to go.
Basically, just shoot the shit.
Yeah. Let's shoot the shit. I want to hear where he's going on this 10 episodes that he's doing.
I was happy that people were able to hear Henry Winkler.
That was cool. That was
because everybody should know that he's probably one of the nicest people in Hollywood.
Oh my God,
it's unbelievable.
Probably walking the earth,
He asked,
closest thing to a saint that I.
It's unbelievable. He asked, how old my kids were and what their names were. So I sent him, my kids' names. He asked for my address, and next thing you know, like 2 days later, I've got 3 books that he wrote in my mailbox, each one addressed to each one of my children and signed. It was like the most meaningful thing, from a guy. I mean, you go way back with him, but we just met him and got to hang out with him, and then for him to make that kind of gesture is just, it blew me away. Awesome
here's
stuff.
another good one, Peter.
Oh, Lenkoff, yeah.
Probably one of the most difficult things to do, and so honest.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
I respect him. I respect Peter tremendously for that, just coming on and putting it all out there, not holding back on anything, and
it's great.
And giving him the floor to do that, and he. I'm sure that wasn't easy for him.
Yeah.
So
it was nice to give him a voice, though. That's too often these days you get canceled and you never get a chance to speak your mind or say anything or even express, remorse or show people what you learned from this.
What do you think of Cosby?
Getting
released.
Boy. On a technicality.
But they did mess up.
They did mess up. Yes.
They did mess up, and whether you believe he did all.
What was
that
the technicality?
I think they tried him on public opinion. I forgot how it's stated, but it's not. It wasn't based on actual fact. No evidence.
No tangible evidence.
Yeah, no tangible evidence. I don't know, Pat. You want to look that up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it had
but
to do
I think it was discredited because of
I think the DA, like when they did the intervio, he promised
there's a term for it though. There's I was reading about it the other day.
Chain of command.
No, it's no, but they're also saying that Harvey Weinstein could probably get off on the same technicality.
No,
that guy.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Here's another random one. Okay, this is random, but I grew up with this because I remember when my...
Oh, here it is. Hold on. Sorry. It said because prosecutors violated Cosby's rights by reneging an apparent promise not to charge him.
Wow. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So they basically said, can you give a statement and we won't charge you? And he gave the statement and then they charged him.
Wow.
So basically he told the truth.
And that's got to be years ago.
But he told the truth. He's just, now they can't charge him?
It's crazy. No,
yeah.
Well, I will say, one of the happiest days of my life was probably when I was maybe 9 or 10 and we finally got cable. I remember when cable...
I thought you were going to give me the Rocky speech.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. When we got cable, the first thing I did was turn on MTV. And for the next 10 years of my life, like when MTV really just played music and then they had MTV News, Kurt Loder has seen everything in the music business.
Yeah.
And he's been part of so many documentaries.
I would love to get him on.
I would love to get Kurt Loder on this show.
Well,
that would be pretty
if
interesting.
he has when we put this out, we have to tag all these people.
Who was you know what he was in? The documentary about Tina Turner. He did.
Really?
He actually wrote. I think he wrote the book with her about her life, and he was in that documentary.
I would love to get the producer,
just
Forrest
incredible.
Foster. What's Foster's first name? He did all those hits. He's like,
It was an incredible documentary.
yeah. I would like to get Joe Rogan on.
Ah,
That would be great.
yeah.
I'd like to get Joe Rogan on.
I could talk for hours with
You
his
get a
stuff.
path. You get a path to Joe and bring him on this show. That'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
to get Joe on.
we got Coco coming on in a little while.
Yeah.
I saw him. He did 3 hours on the Rogan Experience. He's a regular there all the time.
Yeah, they just roll for 3 hours.
Yeah, they just roll. It's great. I don't know how many Black and Milds he smoked during the interview. I thought about bringing 3 Black and Milds today just for.
Guys, so let's get ready for the new pod.
Yeah.
And
Good stuff.
All right, guys. Well, we'll try to get those guests,
Yep.
and maybe you guys could help us.
Yeah, keep commenting,
Yeah,
give
right.
us some more ideas,
Yeah.
and please download the podcast and leave some comments, do some
subscribe
ratings, subscribe to the
YouTube.
YouTube channel, Dom's Den Podcast YouTube channel. We're going to keep pumping it out there. You guys tell us what you think of everything. Gatsby.
Ciao, man.
Chow mein.
Chicken chow man.
Chow mein.